Hello everyone, it's Relaxing Sounds 92 here. It's been a while, I am aware. I'm gonna talk a little bit about where I've been, but I'm gonna do that while I'm also making sounds with a few things that I've been doing lately. I'm also gonna put some hand cream on because my hands are very dry. That's what you get with washing your hands so often now. So, I think it's been the longest ever. Lately I haven't been doing super well. Currently not working. I still have the job, but I'm at home with burnout. And anyone who's ever experienced that knows that that is very little fun. I'm having trouble enjoying things, so sometimes I'm just miserable and can't really find a way out. Also been trying to pick up hobbies. This is actually quite a big step, creating something. I closed the door. I closed myself in my bedroom. But our cats don't like closed doors, so I think you can hear Moopie, Moesje, one of my two cats now. So yeah, staying at home. I'm also gonna just crumple a little bit. Yeah, so what we've been doing. Since the last video, I moved again. We bought our first house together. Last video was not very long after I got married, I think. So this was the next big step. And we've since moved. We've been living here for a while now. And then, you know what happened. It happened to everybody. We're home a lot now. And we're very happy that we can be home in our new home instead of our previous one, because it's much bigger. And we have our own garden here. So that's great. But still, after a year of staying at home, it's getting pretty tough. And it's one of the reasons that my burnout happened. It was in the making for quite a while, I think. But, staying at home, not seeing your colleagues anymore, besides through screens, didn't really help that situation. So, what can you do at home? Well, like many other people, so I think you kind of rediscovered hobbies from a long time ago. You of course have reading and watching TV and shows, but also notice that lots of screen time is just not good for my mental health. So I'm trying to pick up other things. One of the things that we did is Legos. So Lego was something that was really a big hobby for my brother when we were little. He had lots of it, and I never really got into it. I don't remember what kind of sets he had, but I do remember he had a dragon. That was my favorite piece to play with. And, last December, my husband picked up this big booklet full of toys for, Christmas time, to see what was hot with the kids these days. And there was a big Lego page, and he saw Hogwarts, and then we thought, oh well, that sounds like fun. It was very expensive. It's the biggest set Lego has ever put out, I think. So obviously that was a good place to start. So we bought that. That was good for a couple hours. We worked on that for a long time. Recently he bought the moon landing, the moon mission rocket, and recently he bought the International Space Station, and we got this little Easter set for free with that order, so I got to make that one. I honestly think it's quite cute. The bunny is a little scary, but you know, we put the googly eyes on in a particular way, I guess. So, yeah, Lego is a good way to spend the time. I just really dislike breaking it all down again. The Hogwarts castle I don't think is ever going to be taken down, because we also bought a light set for it, so it's completely filled with lights, and you know, lights need cables, and cable management in that was tough. So I don't think that's one is ever going to be taken down ever again. So and we decided, because yeah, we consider at least the first couple Harry Potter movies to be Christmas movies, so we decided that we would have the castle out for Christmas as Christmas decoration. So it's put away now, and then we can get it out next year again, because we don't really like the idea of having a live tree every year. I really understand the appeal, and I also did when I was younger, and I certainly miss it in some way, but a live tree every year is just really wasteful. That's just a fact. So we decided we did not want to do that. And we don't like fake trees, because you have to store them somewhere, and the good ones are really expensive and cheap ones look cheap. So we didn't like that. So we thought, well, how can we make the decoration our own? And that's what we decided to do. So yeah, so Lego's been fun. I also bought a puzzle lately that I just put together yesterday. That was also fun. And I know my mom has a whole collection at her house, so I think I'll ask to borrow a few, because it's just relaxing. You really need to slow down doing a jigsaw puzzle, so I really enjoy that. So what other things have we been doing? Reading. I decided last year that I needed to read more, but when it comes to books, I only have like 2 settings. I am not interested and I can't finish the book, or I get obsessed with it and then it's the only thing I can do, and I just dive into this deep black hole when the story's done. I really cried after my last book, because I was sad it was over. I cry every time I finish the show Friends, which has been a while since last time, but I have done that a couple times over the last 10 years or so. So yeah, but I found a nice in-between, and that's this one. It's the Greek Myths of the Gods retold. It's written by Stephen Fry. I really enjoy his writing style and his jokes. And you know, the stories of the gods are not like this one big story arc. They're just like lots of smaller stories set in the same world. Feels very episodic in a sense. So because of that, I can I can read for like half an hour and be enjoyed, but I can also put it down after that without any problems. So I've been reading this regularly in bed before going to sleep. So like one last half hour before going to bed, I'll read some of this. And I know there's a second one. It's called Heroes, because well, these are the gods, but there are also quite a few like half gods or maybe even completely humans. I am not really very aware of Greek mythology. I've always found it interesting. I do remember having some material on it in school, but other than that I didn't really know a lot, except for Zeus with his lightning bolts and the fact that Zeus likes to get it on with everybody. So it's been fun. I do think I actually started this book like a year ago and quit after, I don't know, what page am I on? Yeah, like 50 pages I think, because in the beginning, like the first generation of gods are not really personalities as much, and then lots of things are being created, beings are being created, and it was just lots of introducing people, like, oh, here are these three, and here are these three, and here are these three, and it just went on like that quite a while. I remember reading about the muses, and I don't remember all those names. I can't remember all those names. I really can't. So yeah, then the book lost me a little bit, so I quit right after that, and I started again recently, and I thought that part was tedious, but it got better right after that. I was telling something, but something happened and I had to cut, and now I don't remember what I was talking about. One of the reasons I have not filmed for so long is, well, I'm never home alone anymore. My husband also works from home, and I find it hard to focus because there are distractions, and I'm afraid that it will affect content quality. Maybe I'll talk a little bit more about what exactly happened in a later video. I don't know how this is gonna go. Oh, the back sounds really different. I actually also really like the cover. It's a nice blue. I like the hole in the middle. Oh, first page is more blurbs, I think they're called, right? But I got one more thing I want to talk about, because, well, I was talking about reading, and I also like, well, a little bit more casual reading. So I decided to get some magazine subscriptions. I have 3 magazine subscriptions right now. I have Columbus, which is a travel magazine. I have Roots, which is like, how do they market that? In the middle of nature, it says. Mid in the nature. Well, it is about nature, I'd say. And Flow, which is more, it says, a magazine without hurry, about small happiness, different choices, and a simpler life, basically. So those are 3 different things. Lately I've been finding it difficult to get the focus and rest to read, so I'm quite behind. Already have a few issues lying around that I haven't even started yet, and already got new ones. So I thought I'd leave them in the plastic until I could open them on camera. Or on the microphone. This seems to be a big issue. These are all sort of monthly magazines, and twice a year. Roots also has a bird special extra. I'm gonna open it now. Hope that's not too loud. Well, if that address card was visible, I'll have to edit that out somehow. Little card. Oh, it's a little extra as well. Little thing about some roots, some walking. Oh, this is nice. I hadn't seen that yet. Getting out in nature is also like an important thing that we can still do, but the Netherlands is very small and crowded, so on very beautiful days, one of the more known nature areas not too far from where I live, actually got closed because it attracted too many people and the paths were just way too busy. So that's a real problem here, that sometimes even when you want to get out, you can't anymore. This is the Big Bird magazine. I think it's interesting how much you can do with the texture of paper. This one's very smooth. I think there's also some commercials in here. Those are gonna go. Yeah, these two feel the same. I accidentally locked up one of my cats with me in the bedroom. I hadn't realized. She will want to get out now. This is very smooth. And the other two magazines feel very different from this one. My cat's sniffing at the door to see if it will magically open somehow. Yeah. Yeah, now I want to open the next one. Maybe I can, like, compare them a little bit. Once again, I have to be very careful of the address. This one actually has the same commercial as the other one. Interesting. This one's very different. This has a very nice matte, little coarse texture to it. I think you can really hear that this is not as smooth. So in this edition, it's about traveling to Indonesia, Malta, Iran, Bhutan, England, and European alternatives for faraway travel. Because I really wish Europe would invest more in the train tracks. I would prefer to use the train over flying, but in most parts the train really is not competitive with flying, which is a shame, I think. Now we have the last one, Flow, which once again has a different all three have different feels of plastic. Flow also always comes with like a notebook or a pattern book. Once during the holidays I got a piece of very cute wrapping paper, which turned out to be exactly fitting for the present that I bought for my husband, so that was fun. So I got to use that immediately. Plastic is not cooperating with me. More commercial. Leaflets or flyers or whatever. Oh. Okay, so Flow is a bit strange because this one is super smooth, but sometimes it also has that very papery, almost cardboard kind of feel. I think I actually have a Flow sitting next to my bed that has a more rough kind of feel. This Flow edition has a poster book, Me, Myself and I must say that I don't use everything Flow adds. They already did a poster book not too long ago. And even though, like, this is nice art, but I don't live alone. So I also have a husband with an opinion, and this just doesn't fit our aesthetic at home, so I don't really know what to do with these. I also think it's a shame just to throw it out immediately. So, yeah, what do I do with these? I like Flow because it's very different from my other two magazine subscriptions. It's more about living life, like mindfully living life, and the other two are very nature heavy, and obviously that has my interest, but I'm also already very I work on that topic also for my job, so it's sometimes nice to just have something completely different. Oh man, we don't have that kind of water here. The North Sea is not this nice looking. I'm very ready to travel somewhere nice and warm with lots of nice food. I think, like, regarding travel, my husband and I have been to Portugal twice now, but the Azores are Portuguese, but well, the feel is different from mainland Portugal, I'd say. And we love both. Porto was our favorite destination. I think maybe of any holiday, but São Miguel was also really great. We have never been to Italy together, but that's pretty high on my wish list. For my husband, Scotland is very high on the travel to-do list. He loves whiskey, and then Scotch. He loves the very heavy flavors, not the nice softer ones, but the little bit harsh. Lots of smoky, peaty flavors, salty maybe. So I think we'd visit many distilleries. I am not a whiskey drinker at all. I can't handle the alcohol percentage level. It's just, that's all I can taste, and it makes me cough. So I think I would be driving a lot then. So yeah, these are a couple of the things that I've been doing at home. It's not very interesting, I think. I'm not the only person to have that issue. So it has been a while. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you're relaxed or asleep, and you enjoyed my ramble and my sounds. I tried to keep the nails in good shape for a little while for this. Had been a while. I'm keeping my nails very short lately, actually, because I get annoyed by them, but also because they break a lot lately. So I finally got some good tapping going on. So if you're still listening, let me know there's something you'd like to see, and maybe I can get to it.